That's Drake in My Feelings. Drake celebrating a birthday today. Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. It's Mark with you on the morning show, 9:22. And very happy to have a guest in the studio this morning. I'm joined by Lamia Kamel, who is from the Narrative Summit. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. It's great to have you back
today?
again.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you here.
For the fifth time.
Yeah, it's really good to have you. So we're talking about the Narrative Summit.
That's right.
For anybody who doesn't know what the Narrative Summit is, let us know what it's all about.
The Narrative Summit was founded in 2016. It started off as a summit, as an event that basically wanted to create a story for Egyptians. So it was more of a TED Talk, a lineup of great speakers who would discuss different topics and how to brand Egypt and position the Egyptian story. And that included the government, companies, civil society, international experts, and would come up with some sort of a recipe for the future, covering different topics, economic, social, political, and all that. So
what was the idea? What was the
theme?
The goal of it?
The goal of it is we wanted to have, back then, we were very much consumed. We were, as a company, celebrating 10 years of being in the market. And we felt that while celebrating our 10th year milestone, we felt bad for not being able to promote Egypt and to promote our different stories in a different manner and to own our stories better. So we wanted to create some sort of an event, a gathering with all those people from society, each having his own recipe on how to move forward. So when it became a success as an event in 2016, we started thinking of it as an initiative, as a platform, not just an event. So we would create partnerships with different initiatives. We would promote different stories and we would support different ideas in order for us to push our nation brand of Egypt forward. So that's how it evolved. In 2018, last year, it was under the auspices of the Prime Minister's office. So he himself endorsed it, and we had representation from the government. We had the World Bank represented by Dr. Mahmoud Mohideen. So it took a larger scale scope.
Sounds very grand.
Now it is.
Yeah.
It started off as an idea, but then it became a responsible purpose for us to own the narrative and to sort of create a better story for Egypt.
Just explain that a little bit more. When you talk about owning the narrative,
yes,
that sounds, it's a little bit confusing. What do you mean by owning the narrative?
Well, when you have a country as dynamic as Egypt that evolved so quickly in the past 10 years, and there are so many stories around Egypt, whether it's political stories or economic stories or even social stories, and they're usually told by somebody else, especially on the international arena. And our concern was there was not yet an existing platform that would push a more professional and inclusive narrative that basically has all the specs together, those political specs and those economic specs and those cultural specs and those tourism specs. So we wanted to have this professional platform where we can show our leadership, show different leaders and different speakers who are able to speak and are able to portray what Egypt represents and the way forward. And it doesn't paint a good story, by the way. It doesn't paint an all positive outlook because it's not the reality.
It's realistic.
It's very realistic and it's very punchy, and it does showcase challenges, and it does showcase what needs to be done. And for us to know what needs to be done, we need to be very honest.
Yeah, you need to sort of accept where there is a problem in order to overcome it.
Exactly, and that's part of the branding, right? It's part of us knowing what the issues are on different realms and sort of bringing the right people to talk about it and to push for it better and to make it inclusive. Okay. So even last year we had what we called an initiative, which is the Narrative Disruptors. So that was more of an inclusive event of the younger generation, of the younger people.
So you're calling the younger people disruptors?
Yes, hopefully. They should be. I'd love to be a disruptor. And we wanted a sort of because with the narrative, it had a very sophisticated, mature approach.
Okay.
And we felt that there is a big distance with the younger generation.
So lots of suits.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
lots of
Government representations, chiefs, CEOs. But then I had my son attend the 2018 edition, which is the last edition, and he was, for a second there, he and his friends, I thought they'd be consumed on their phones and not paying attention. But I saw how attentive they were and excited they were, and they'd go up to the speaker behind stage and they'd ask questions. And I was thinking, if we have this kind of attention, if we have this kind of interest, then we should create a platform for those younger generations, for them to see this leadership on stage and get inspired by it, and hope that one day they can become part of that, and see that Egypt has this caliber. Because we feel there is a distance with the younger sort of people, and we feel that they're not yet attuned to us, like there is this gap, a generation gap. And they're not very much aware of what's going on. I mean, they're always hooked on their screens, and they don't go out as much and see that kind of professional setups where they can talk and
often would feel intimidated by it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So when we created the Disruptors, it was a sort of a spin-off from the narrative. So what we're trying to do is that create all those products that aims at establishing a dialogue. And showcase what we as Egyptians are able to do.
Okay. Well, we're going to come back and we'll talk some more about this. If there's any questions that you have for Lamia about the Narrative Summit and what they're trying to do and what they're doing, then do let us know. You can text in on 1042, and we're going to come back and talk a bit more about this year's program and what you're going to be doing. It's 9FM, it's the morning show, and this right now is Lizzo.
Do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Ooh, child, tired of the foolish. Gone, dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving, yeah, slow. Step into some new kicks. In there, swimwear, going to the pool quick. Come now, come dry your eyes. You know you a star, you can touch the sky. I know that it's hard, but you have to try. If you need advice, let me simplify. If he don't love you anymore, just walk yourself right out the door. I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good. Baby, how you feeling? Woo, girl, need to kick off your shoes. Gotta take a deep breath, time to focus on you. All the big fights, long nights that you've been through. I got a bottle of tequila I've been saving for you. Boss up and change your life. You can have it all, no sacrifice. I know we did you wrong, we can make it right. So go and let it all hang out tonight. Cause he don't love you anymore. So walk yourself right out the door. And do your hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? And we gon' be on hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Yeah. Alright. Listen, if he don't love you anymore, then walk yourself right out the door. And do your hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? And we gon' make you hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Baby, how you feeling?
I'm in the backseat. Turning the music. 104.2.
NILE FM.
Working together. That's the key to better health care for you and your family. And now the doctors and specialists at Saudi German Hospital Cairo and Mayo Clinic are joining forces. They'll use Mayo Clinic's expertise to resolve the hard-to-solve medical problems. For you, that means peace of mind and access to the finest medical knowledge anywhere, right here at home. Saudi German Hospital Cairo and Mayo Clinic. Working together. Working for you. Saudi German Hospital Cairo. Proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network. To find out more, visit sghcairo.com.
Do you know what it means to have someone who's just tailored for you?
Yes, and the most important thing is to care about you.
No one will do it like Beko washing machine with Beko Pro Smart Inverter Motor Technology. It protects your clothes, saves energy, and detergents. Also, Beko has the fastest washing program in Egypt. Beko, a global home appliances brand tailored for the Egyptian family. For more info, call 16165. Beko, the main sponsor of FC Barcelona.
The oldest true love story man has ever known in history, and in the arms of Hatshepsut Temple. Opera Aida returns after an absence of 22 years with a message of love and peace from the land of peace to the entire world in Luxor. Don't miss Opera Aida Hatshepsut Temple in Luxor, the 26th and 28th of October. For tickets, please visit our website www.aidaluxor.com. Opera Aida October 2019, organized by SPT Tours and RAC Event Management, NILE FM and Nugum FM, the official radio partners.
From Charlie's Angels, the new movie. That's Ariana Grande and Lana Del Rey and Miley Cyrus. That is Don't Call Me Angel on the morning show at NILE FM. Mark here with you, and I'm here with Lamia Kamel. Good morning, Lamia.
Good morning. Hello again.
And Lamia is from the Narrative Summit.
Yes.
And Narrative Summit, by the way, we've been asked for the website. It's narrativesummit.com. And you can find them on Facebook as well at Narrative Summit. If you put that in the search, you will find them.
Yes.
So Narrative Summit is coming up. When's it going to be?
Is it going to be November 4th.
November 4th?
Starts at, the registration is at 8 a.m. It's a free registration, so that whoever is interested can just log on to the website and register.
Okay,
and,
so explain that a little bit more. So
Sure.
to register to go to the
attend,
event,
yes, to
you
attend the event.
register now?
You can register now, and you receive an invitation within the next 48 hours
Okay.
if you can attend. And basically, you come, you register at 8 a.m. that day.
Oh, because you go on the
Because
day.
you have to go on the day and,
and you
like
s-
fill
you
a
s-
form and,
okay, I
and
get
book
you.
a good seat and be
Okay.
able to appear at the right time.
Uh-huh.
So it starts at 9 and finishes at 2. So it's a very short day,
Okay.
only 5 hours with a break. And it's part of the Arab Sustainable Development Week, which
Okay.
is a week that is conducted and owned by the League of the Arab States, with the World Bank, the UN, and the Ministry of Planning, and the EU, of course, and the Ministry of Planning and Administration here in Egypt, Dr. Hala Said. So it's a sort of a week that takes place in Egypt for the third time, and this is the last time that it takes place in Egypt. Next year is going to be part of the Dubai Expo 2020.
Okay.
So we take one day, half day actually, of the week.
Okay.
So we're part of the week.
So you go in the morning at 9 o'clock, you
Yeah.
register, and then you spend the next 5 hours
Listening to all those stories.
Listening to all these wonderful stories. And tell us, who might people see if they come along and
Well,
watch
from the
this?
government side, we have the Minister of Planning, Dr. Hala Said. We have the Vice President of the World Bank, Dr. Mahmoud Mohideen.
Okay.
We also have the.
Would he
the
be?
chairman of the,
Will he be flashing the cash? You know, it's from the
I
World.
wish.
It's from the World
It's up to
Bank.
him.
He's got loads of money.
Not him, the World Bank does. I know as much as a thing, by the way. But yeah, and we have also representation from the international world. We have Sarah Gallo, who's a blogger and a traveler with hundreds of thousands of followers on her Instagram. She covers countries and has those amazing pictures from all over the world.
Okay.
She's coming to Egypt for the summit, and she's spending 2 weeks in Egypt.
Okay.
With her photographer, with her top-notch photographer. She's going to take all those pictures of Egypt.
That's
and
fabulous.
yes.
So that's it's always great when international
Of course,
influencers
representation.
come
Of course.
and get all these pictures out there, and people can see how beautiful Egypt is.
Yes, and we have also Dr. Salah Hassan. He's from George Washington University. He's American Egyptian, and he's based in the U.S. and he's also a nation branding professor. So he's coming with the latest updates on nation branding, the competitiveness of countries, where does Egypt stand, how to move forward. So there's
What exactly is nation branding?
Yeah, interesting that you asked that. I'm so glad you did. Nation branding is what the country represents.
Okay.
I mean, when I say Egypt, what do you think of? Do you think of food? Do you think of the pyramids? Do
Well,
you
I think of food. Well, that was
Sand,
beautiful. Yeah,
dust.
well, it's football,
Mo Salah.
food. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So really the nation brand comes from within the people. It's not imposed by anybody from outside. So what we're trying to promote here is what our brand represents. And what we're trying to also promote is that we have the ability to change the brand and to instigate a different narrative, a narrative that is based on leadership and capabilities and professionalism. So you're bringing in this different scope instead of focusing on the history and the pyramids, on the food, on the chaos, on the traffic. We also have all those narratives coming together, and it's not just about the history, right? It's about the future as well, and what the future holds for us, and how we as leaders are able to change that future and bring together the best calibers in the market and push it further.
Well, one of the things about Cairo that people don't realize, I think, internationally, is how much of a modern city it is in terms of all the different modern businesses, where it comes to social media and tech and all these it's really at the forefront of all this kind of industry.
You're absolutely
and people
right.
don't realize that, and people don't think about that when they think of, you think of the sand and the pyramids or
No,
stuff.
we're very progressive in entrepreneurship. I mean, Egypt has
So many
massive-
startups as well.
So many startups, so many ideas, and it's very active, and there is also government support for it. So the central bank is also giving support with all those loans to set up the startups. There's also scaling NGOs like Endeavor, for example, who would support those small startups and push them to become of bigger size and of more stable setup. So I feel that there is so much that is being done, and there is so much with the technology that we can be proud of as well. We are setting records in terms of digital transformation, which is something that Egypt is very proud of. And it's going to happen very soon, whereas we are going to be now digitizing the services of the government and everything, and with the financial sector and everything. So now it has become a more of an inclusive approach. So it's no longer a sophisticated term. Digital is no longer just for the educated, just for the able, just for the rich. It's also going to cascade down to other members of the society. So we're also very proud of that, and it's going to be launched, I think, in 2020, early 2020. So I just feel that there is so much going on in Egypt that deserves special attention, and we're trying to bring that up.
Yeah, and being able to promote that internationally and internally as well.
Yes.
Across the country.
Yes.
When it comes to registering to come to your event, and is there something that you need to be? Do you need to be part of a company? Do you need to?
No.
Can you be an individual?
You can be an individual. I mean, this year, every year we do it with tickets. We do it with, you have to book a table or book a ticket. But this year, and thanks to the League of the Arab States, we have to, acknowledge that they wanted a free thing. It's an endorsement by the Arab League. They're inviting all those young people, all those members of the society, but you have to be relevant, right? I mean, you need to be, whether you're a corporate or an individual, in your registration, we need to see that there is something that's going to come out for you, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's a benefit.
Not just doing it because you were bored one day and
exactly.
need something to do.
Is it something you're studying? Is it something that you feel is relevant to what you're studying, what you're doing at work? So we've had we personally had, as Narrative Summit, we had 500 registrations in a couple of days, and we're trying to filter that out.
And so how many can you take?
I think we can take up to 1,200 per day.
All right.
Yeah.
So getting there quick really is a message.
It's a must. Yes, it's a must.
Yeah.
We're here to say that, and obviously have people engage, because it's not something that we do every day. It's something that we do on a semi-annual basis.
Yeah. And this coming together with the Arab League.
Yeah.
This is which I always think it's like a band of superheroes. I love it. when everyone's all this coming together.
Yeah.
This must be quite a big thing for the Narrative Summit after this time, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they've taken the narrative. I mean, it's very smart of them as well, because they've taken the narrative as a branding arm to give the sustainability, or the Arab Sustainable Week, a sort of a societal approach. So, because when I tell you the Arab Sustainable Development, what do you think? You'd probably think the climate change, or the global warming, or all those hungry people in Africa, or, it could be a forlorn concept to you. Whereas with narrative, we try to make it more approachable.
Right.
More of an everyday thing, more of something that you have to address every single day, whether you're a corporate person, whether you're individual, because it's really based on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and those goals are very relevant to society and very relevant to individuals. I mean, we want zero hunger, zero poverty, we want clean water, we want a good environment, we want diverse working environment, we want employment, we want innovation. So all those SDGs, you think they're very sophisticated, but well, actually they're very societal, and they're very relevant to everyone.
Yeah.
So with the Arab League, what they did is that this year they're trying to expand their reach beyond the politics, beyond the sophisticated rooms, and become more of a societal thing, and see as many people as possible from different areas.
Okay.
And they felt that Narrative can do this for them, or can be one of the members who would do this for them.
Well, that's great to hear. And we'll come back and talk some more in just a moment. If you have a question for Lamia, get it in now. 1042, please. This is Maroon 5.
I was so high, I did not recognize the fire burning in her eyes, the chaos that controlled my mind. Whispered goodbye, she got on a plane, never to return again, but always in my heart. Oh, this love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before, and her heart is breaking in front of me, and I have no choice, 'cause I won't say goodbye anymore. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I tried my best to feed her appetite, keep her coming every night, so hard to keep her satisfied.
104.2
NILE FM.
Do you know what it means to have someone who's just tailored for you?
It's difficult to find someone with the features you're looking for.
Talking about features, let me introduce Beko dishwasher with the unique extra arm that washes your pans and pots perfectly. Also, the Beko Aqua Intense technology, which makes the water pressure stronger and the cleaning performance is up to 5 times better. Beko, a global home appliances brand tailored for the Egyptian family. For more info, call 16165. Beko, the main sponsor of FC Barcelona.
The new Open Air Theater by Cairo Festival City proudly presents the regional superstar, Adham Nabulsi. With the multi-talented superstar, Nisma Mahgoub. Exclusive concert on Thursday the 31st of October at the new Open Air Theater by Cairo Festival City. Expect a live experience full of surprises. Get your tickets now from ticketsmarche.com. For more info and booking, call 16826. This event is organized by Event House with NILE FM and Nagum FM, the official radio partners. The Morning Show with Mark and Sally. Mark and Sally.
104.2
NILE FM.
You don't even have to try. No other lips can make me cry. But there is something about the way you look, something from my heart you took tonight, and I don't mind. And I want this, tell me if you want this, baby, do you want this? Baby, when you got this, let me in a tank top, I can make it topless. And you wanna try me, baby, will you try me if you wanna cop this? Don't go away, don't go away. Stay, don't go away, don't go away. I need you, baby. Stay, don't go away. I love the taste, so stay the same. Baby, I save a place for you. I got a place for two. Don't go away, don't go away. I need you to stay. A lot of people here tonight, but I don't need them in my life. There is something about this chemistry, so go on, take the rest of me, alright? And I don't mind. Stay. And I want this, tell me if you want this, baby, do you want this? Baby, when you got this, let me in a tank top, I can make it topless. And you wanna try me, baby, will you try me if you wanna cop this? Don't go away, don't go away. Something about you, baby. The way you look me in my eyes, it would kill me to watch you walk away. So stay by my side. Don't go away, don't go away. I need you, baby. Stay, don't go away. I love the taste, so stay the same. Babe, I save a place for you. I got a place for two. Don't go away, don't go away. I need you to stay.
Sampling Jamiroquai and Space Cowboy. That is David Guetta and Ray, and Stay, Don't Go Away.
I need you to
Stay. Good morning and welcome along. It is the morning show, and it is Mark here with you today. Sally's off as it's her birthday today. But we're here, Lamia, aren't we?
Yes, we are, always.
It's Lamia Kamel from Narrative Summit. And if you would like to know more, you can go to the website narrativesummit.com. Narrative, Narrative, Summit, Summit. We're asked for the spelling. So there you go. You've got the spelling there. You can go and check that out. Now, so the Narrative Summit is taking place on November the 4th.
Yes, it's a Monday.
So it's a Monday.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit more about who people are going to be able to hear. And are these kind of long speeches, or they're short little bits and bobs?
Each one is going to be on stage for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And giving a quick TED Talk. Because after 15 to 20 minutes, you lose focus, you lose interest.
Yeah.
And we want things to be like to the point and hitting home button, you know what I mean? So we're bringing Coke from the private sector. We have Coke in there, the GM of Coke. We have one of the chiefs of Vodafone. We also have someone from Turner International who built the Louvre of Abu Dhabi, who's coming from Abu Dhabi. Yeah, he's coming from Abu Dhabi directly. We have the regional director, CEO of Imkan Properties, which is also a big developer in the UAE. So we're trying to bring in both the multinational and the regional representation. We also have from the international side Scott Guthrie. Scott Guthrie is one of the influence marketeers. We have Farzana Badwal, who's the owner and the founder of one of the very progressive PR companies in the UK, Curzon PR. So we're trying to get all those experts in PR and marketing to support our notion of branding and proposing ideas and see how we can push sustainability further.
So what kind of a person would this suit, do you think? What kind of a person listening right now think, this would be the perfect thing for...
Very good question. I'm thinking we have different people. So we have, if chiefs would be interested, I mean, senior level corporates would be interested, especially in the morning side from 9 a.m. until 12, the sophisticated sort of presentations. We'll have we have an NBC panel, by the way, I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
So we have Abu, the singer, we have Karim Habib, the scriptwriter. I don't know how I forgot all the celebrities coming on board. And we
You've left out the celebrities. You've gone for those PR people and the CEOs. Go for the celebrities.
Of course.
This is what people want.
Right.
Give them the celebrities.
So we have a beautiful panel actually by the NBCs, led by the NBC, and it has artists and scriptwriters and digital heads as well.
Okay.
And they're going to be discussing drama and how can drama impact sustainability and the concept of sustainable development.
Okay.
We also have a very interesting session by Nadine Abdel-Ghaffar and Amy Muafi, who are going to have a fire chat on stage. Amy is one of the very, very progressive digital leaders.
Yeah.
And Nadine Abdel-Ghaffar is also the founder of Art Egypt, and she's the one who does all those events, cultural events, and Moaz Street, and the in the Egyptian Museum, and she.
I'm going to sound like a really old person here, but what's a fire chat? It's like sitting by an open fire, kicking up, getting your slippers on.
We're getting older.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, a fire chat is a sort of a dialogue on stage where a question is asked and an answer is given, all in 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it's promotion of culture and
Well, I know
art.
Amy, and I know Amy can definitely do that.
Yes, Amy's fantastic. I mean, she's listening to us right now, so we give her a shout out. So you're right. So we have the dynamics. Like in the morning, you have the sophisticated presentations and more corporate side. In the afternoon, with the NBC onwards, you'll have more the sort of quick digital and approachable lighter side of things. So you'll have a mix of.
How are you going to fit all this in to all that's short space of time? Goodness.
We always manage, if we start on time, we always take an extra hour.
Okay.
We hope not to do that because this is the League of Arab States. You can't joke with times.
When you say you start on time, this would be the only event in the history of Egypt that started on time. Come on, how often do you normally start on time? On time?
Well, it's just that when the speakers know they have 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
And when the audience know that they can't miss it because it's 10 minutes, right? It's not like you have a speech for an hour where you can come for half an hour late and you're still going to catch up.
What happens if someone starts to go over time? Is there like a like a rope? There's like a rope that you can start to drag them off.
One time I had to go on stage to bring a speaker down because you can't joke with that.
Yeah.
You have a very set time.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's unintentional. I mean, you'd go beyond your allocated time. And it does take a lot of practice. And see, this is where the leadership comes. Only very good speakers and very resonated people with abilities, presentation abilities, who are able to squeeze their messages in short time. Obviously, if you have like an hour, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But if you have like 10 minutes, you have to stay focused and you have to stay relevant. And
less is more.
Absolutely.
Word economy. That's what you need.
Yes.
And
yes.
we've
SDGs now, so here you are. You're talking our language.
And we've actually gone over our time. We've not done very well.
Right.
We're already late for the news. But it's been fantastic to talk to you, Lamia.
Same here.
It's always a joy to have you in.
Same.
I wish you luck.
Very strong about the program, and thank you so much.
Thank you. It's great to have you. And the Narrative Summit takes place on the 4th of November. Get yourself registered now so you can be a part of it. You can go to narrativesummit.com. You can go to the Facebook page for more information on there at Narrative Summit. And Lamia, best of luck with it.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure it'll be absolutely fabulous.
I need to be on stage one day.
Yeah, one
me
day.
that.
If we can find a way to, fit it into 10 minutes. There's so much to say.
I know.
Right, have a lovely day and take care. Thank you for being with us.
So much.
NarrativeSummit.com is that website again, by the way. We will get the latest news next. This is Monster X, and the brand new song is called Someone's.